I put vegetables in all my food to stop my roommate's kid from eating it. Mom threatens legal action, so I live with this single mom, Sarah, and her 6-year-old son, Tommy. She moved in after my other roommate left, and honestly, things were fine at first. But then I started noticing my food going missing. Like I'd make a big pot of pasta for the week and come home to find half of it gone. Or I'd save the last slice of pizza for breakfast and wake up to an empty box. At first I thought maybe I was going crazy or eating more than I remembered, but then I caught Tommy red-handed one day, just standing in the kitchen eating my leftover Chinese food with his hands, not even using a fork. I talked to Sarah about it nicely. I was like, hey, could you maybe ask before Tommy eats my stuff? I meal prep for the whole week. She said sure, no problem, but it kept happening. I'd get home from a 12-hour shift expecting to heat up my dinner, and it would just be gone. I'd have to order expensive takeout because I had no groceries left. This went on for weeks. Every time I brought it up, Sarah got more annoyed with me. She'd roll her eyes and be like, he's just a kid, relax. But I was spending like $150 extra a month replacing food that kept disappearing. Then I started paying attention to what was actually getting eaten versus what was left alone. Orange chicken, gone. Chicken and broccoli, untouched. Mac and cheese, demolished. Anything with green vegetables, completely ignored. That's when it hit me. Neither Sarah nor Tommy eat vegetables, like at all. So I started an experiment. I began putting vegetables in absolutely everything I made. Leftover pizza, I'd chop up bell peppers and sprinkle them on top before putting it in the fridge. Made spaghetti, I'd mix in a ton of spinach and mushrooms. Even my leftover French fries got broccoli mixed in, and it worked like magic. Suddenly my food was safe. I was actually eating healthier too, so it was a win-win situation. The turning point came when I made a huge pot of mac and cheese, Tommy's absolute favorite food. Sarah was sitting in the living room and could see straight into the kitchen. She watched me make the whole thing, and right at the end, I grabbed a bag of Brussels sprouts from the fridge. What are you doing with those? She asked. I just dumped them right into the mac and cheese and stirred them in. Sarah's face turned bright red. You're being greedy and annoying. We need food. I just shrugged. I like Brussels sprouts, and you can go buy your own food. She started muttering about how I was doing this on purpose to be mean, but I wasn't being mean. I was just protecting my groceries. Things escalated a few days later when I was making taco meat. Sarah was hovering around the kitchen, pretending not to watch, but obviously keeping an eye on what I was doing. I had leftover sauteed mushrooms and peppers from another meal, so I grabbed them from the fridge to add to the ground beef. The second Sarah saw those mushrooms, she completely lost it. Tommy hates mushrooms, she screamed. I just dumped them in the pan anyway and mixed them with the peppers. That's when Sarah had a full meltdown. She was yelling and stomping around the kitchen, slamming cabinet doors like a toddler having a tantrum. Poor Tommy just stood there, watching his mom freak out over vegetables. Then Sarah started threatening me. She said she was going to call the authorities and report me for something. I have no idea what she thought they'd arrest me for. Making healthy food choices, I told her to go ahead and make the call. Then I suggested she use her food stamps more wisely instead of buying expensive prepared foods every day. She called me condescending and stormed off to her room. But here's the thing, my food never went missing again after that day.